Te Kāwai Toro has had the privilege of witnessing significant Māori-led development organisations and initiatives over the years.
If you benefit Māori, you're benefiting New Zealand. And I think that's probably quite true in lots of ways.
Te pai tata actually means about, going off to distant horizons to search out their knowledge, but actually realising that it's in the palm of your hands the whole time. Here we have other organisations that collaborate for the betterment of the community. So we've got Ruapehu Reap, we've got the Ruapehu Whānau Transformation, we have our Ngāti Rangi Haoratanga team.
Te Pai Tata Ruapehu Community Learning Tech Hub is owned and operated by local iwi Ngāti Rangi and was created to advance the people, places and culture of the district as part of an ambitious whānau transformation plan.
Rawi Creative is about us as rangatahi here. We're about encouraging and opening up our rangatahi's eyes. Like there's more here than just farming and in the sheds. And it's helped a lot. Being part of Rawi Creative has supported me by realising that I am much more than an office job. It's allowed me to use my creativity and still have fun in a professional environment. It's opened my mind up to a world of possibilities.
Papatu Anuku Kōkiri Marae is another incredible initiative operating in the Mangere Auckland community for almost a decade. Here, thousands of people connect through fitness classes, marakai practices, learning opportunities, a fish meat redistribution program, zero waste education and more.
The Kaikōkiri project is in partnership with our garden. So the garden's always been about accessibility to good food. Food insecurity here in South Auckland is real. It's cheaper to get lamb flaps than it is to get lettuce. So we want to be able to increase the availability of good food to our whānau, and the Kaikōkiri project is a follow-on from that. And to date we've been able to distribute to whānau and fertilise our garden 28 tonne plus. We believe it's a right to to have good kai on the table, not a privilege.
We've been able to manage ourselves to do things well and be the best at what we can be. It's about, parakore, zero waste, looking at and educating our whānau around zero waste. It's about being able to share the hua parakore kaupapa, which is 6 guiding principles to growing pure foods.
When we were accepted as recipients, they invited us to go for a 2-day hui to Wellington, which again was rather unusual. We had to keep asking ourselves, why are they asking us to have all these relationships, as it were, to go and do things, when a lot of times you apply for funding and you don't never meet anybody, it's done on email or by mail. So we went down to Wellington for a couple of days, 2 people from each of those first 5 groups for Te Kāwai Toro, and we met all the boards, spent 2 days with them, and 2 of them became our key people, our mentors. It was a very good relationship and has continued over the years. So it wasn't like you got funding, you reported and then they drew a line under it. It has been an ongoing relationship.
What we try to do is make sure that we find funders that will understand our approach in terms of that kaupapa, and the J.R. Mackenzie Trust did that. And we have a lot of stories to tell from the impact we're making, and those stories seem to be very important for them, and that's a really cool way of reporting. I don't like to necessarily say, this many people specifically attended our workshop, but this is the stories, this is the impact, and these are the ripples that are going out through our communities.
The Te Kāwai Toro funding process is definitely different. It has kanohi ki te kanohi, face-to-face opportunity to share our stories, whereas when you're applying to others, it's online and you don't actually get to see the people who are making the decisions. That's how we love to engage, and that's how we feel empowered to be able to understand that process. But that process to me has been great. Whanaungatanga. It was about whanaungatanga, it was about being able to enable our voices to be heard. It's given us opportunity.
It's more the relationship as opposed to a funding stream, and I think engaging with our Māori organisations on that basis has allowed us to support some real amazing things that have been delivered or undertaken by these organisations around the motu, which has been great.
Looking back, there were 3 key steps critical to building a strong foundation for us to support Māori development. Self-awareness. We identified the gaps through independent and internal research and reviews. Changing hearts and minds. We provided context and supportive opportunities for the trust. Making space for the right people at the decision-making table. This included growing a Māori presence on the Board of Trustees, regional panels and staff with kaupapa Māori experience. Engaging in these steps prior to developing a proactive grant program was essential for us. We could not prioritise changes to our funding without first addressing internal changes that needed to occur. Building and maintaining relationships is key, and being open to learning as a whole trust. Funding was often requested for development initiatives that had not been tried before. Risk could be high, so due diligence is critical. But when there have been failures, less than 1%, these have been seen as a learning opportunity for all involved.
My encouragement to other organisations, particularly philanthropic organisations, is this takes time. Start small and take small steps. Certainly you need to have a plan. You need to have an understanding of Māori communities. You'll need to have the right people advising you in terms of if you set up a Māori committee or Māori strategy committee, you need to have the right skill set around that table. You need to ensure you have diverse representation at your governance table. So it is about having the right people at an operational level, but also at a governance level. And you need to have a leadership who supports this.
It has been an honour to have met so many dedicated and passionate leaders who work alongside their communities, making long-term positive changes. The Te Kāwai Toro J.R. Mackenzie Trust journey is similar to others, and we have learnt valuable lessons which have informed regular changes to our processes. We are still learning.